speaking of other things that have been popping off in social media this past week, 2 weeks, whatever, please tell me that you've watched the Unknown Number Catfish documentary on Netflix.
Fam, that documentary was insane.
Dionté, first of all, guys, if you haven't watched it, so there's going to be spoilers here because we're going to have to talk about what happens. But if you haven't watched it, skip this part. But basically, there was a documentary on Netflix that came out, and it's called Unknown Number Catfish something. I don't know the exact name. And basically, it tells a story about these like high school kids, and there's a girl, and she's got a boyfriend. And then randomly did they get added into like a random group chat? And then this person is just literally sending them abuse, like saying all these horrible things, like, he's gonna leave you, you need to like, did she say kill yourself, or am I like exaggerating?
Yeah, she was basically encouraging her to basically
encouraging this. So the person that was sending these messages was encouraging this young girl basically like to unalive herself,
telling her like she needs to put out for her boyfriend, even though these were like,
they were like 14.
Yeah, like 14.
They were young, like
she's saying like he's gonna want a girl who's like a slut, so you need to be a slut.
Yeah, basically saying all this. So anyway, so the documentary just goes through and it just talks about how they ended up having to go to the police. They had someone investigate it, and it to the point that it caused them to break up, and then the boy gets a new girlfriend, and then the new girlfriend's mum starts getting these messages as well. So like, who the fuck is this? They're doing their investigation. Come to find out, the messages were coming from the girl's mum. And do you know what scared me the most about the documentary? It's the fact the mum was in the documentary talking. That's because at first, everybody was like, watch this documentary, there's this massive twist, you'll never believe it, Thank God I didn't see any spoilers to see what the twist was, So I'm watching it and I'm thinking, who's it going to be? And I remember I was watching it with like people, and one of the people I was watching it with was like, it's the mum. And I was like, there is no fucking way it's the mum. I was like, the mum's in the documentary. Why would she be in the documentary if it was her? I was like, maybe it's like a friend. So it's going through until they basically traced. I think they did this thing where you can like trace like the IP address or whatever where the messages were coming from, and it turns out it was coming from the mum.
That was a twist I wasn't expecting. I definitely did suspect though that it was an adult. Like before I was like, okay, it has to be a student. But when they were like, we went through all their phones, and then the police the first time went through their phones, tried to trace back IP addresses, nothing was coming back, is when I clocked that this may be an adult. But I never thought it would be her own mum.
The mum.
I hated the fact that they positioned her as a victim.
Yeah, I really didn't
like that. I get that you wanted the shock factor, but she didn't actually have to be in it at all.
No.
Do you get what I mean? Like, you could have just mentioned the stuff that you thought that she did.
Yeah.
So like, I was with so-and-so's mum, she was helping. You could have just mentioned what she did. But I hated the fact that she was like made to look like a victim.
Yeah, it was weird.
And then even after it was revealed, it's like, then you want to talk about why, but then you're saying a whole bunch of nothing.
There was not even a valid
why
reason.
did you fucking do that to your own child? What was the actual reason here? I know that they're spectating about
Munchausen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know,
but like, it would have been nice, if you're going to have her on the documentary, it would have been nice to get a straight answer as to why you wanted to do this, especially to your own child, like telling your child to kill herself, and then your reasoning is, I know she wouldn't. You don't think if someone keeps consistently telling her to kill herself as a teenager with an impressionable mind, you don't think that will turn? That's why I was so proud of the girl's dad.
Yeah, the dad.
As soon as she found out, he said, get the fuck out.
Pack your stuff and get out of my house.
But
remember, she was lying about having a job as well.
To be fair, you can only be unemployed doing stuff like this. This is for the unemployed.
This is peak unemployment.
This is peak unemployed. You're not even using that time to find another job.
And she was like getting up every day and making it like she was.
No, she needs a mental institution.
She's not well. Like, she's really not well.
The fact anyone, fully gets up as if they're going to work to fool the people in their house. I understand you don't want to tell people outside your yard, but even in their house, you're getting up every day to go where?
What was she doing in that time?
And that's the thing, like, when you lie that big, what have you said that was honest? Because if I was the husband, I'd be thinking, where did this start to go wrong? Or have you always been like this? Has our whole marriage been a lie? Like, she lied about things, number one, that was not necessary. And number two, that were huge. You lied about paying rent. They were 5 months behind.
Oh, when they had to move, innit?
They lost everything because of her. Or because you didn't want to be...
scattered the whole family apart with her texting.
And what did she think would happen? People lose their jobs all the time. It's just something that happens. Do you get what I mean? Like,
shit, but it happens.
So what did she think was going to happen if she told her husband, I lost my job? Unless, why did you lose your job? I don't remember that bit.
I can't remember why she lost the job.
But like, I can't imagine the husband's point of view. Like,
no,
that is next level of deception.
Sorry for that guy.
And then the one person, you have a child together, the one person who you thought will protect this child just as much as you ended up being the one person who's harming her. I would never bring my child near you again. I don't care if my child hates me. You're never seeing that child again.
You put her through turmoil and it went on for years. And then when it finished, when she finally broke up with the boy, you then proceeded to text the new girlfriend's mum. It's like she was obsessed with the boy.
I agree with his mum though. She was obsessed
with him.
She wanted him.
Why would you do? Yeah,
she wanted
it's really
him.
Weird.
And this was the way that she could get him.
Yeah.
She's a paedophile, 100%. I feel like this was her way of exploring her paedophilia.
Yeah, either that, or I think she was one of those people that was jealous of her child. Because you know how some parents grow up, and do you remember when I think the cousin came, first of all, that cousin came in and said, I'm coming here to talk, first of all.
Yeah,
that
for
cousin
real.
exposed everything. But I don't know if I'm dreaming, but I do think she did say something along the lines of, like, growing up, she wasn't really, like, the most popular person and blah, blah, blah. And then obviously you give birth to this child, and she's basic. You know, some people hold on to that. It's so weird how I always say that secondary school is such a formative, maybe because it's your, like, formative years or whatever, but it is such a vital time because it kind of never leaves you in a weird way. Because I even still feel like I have things from secondary school that still, like, have shaped me and formed me into how I am. So I think she's given birth to this child who is basically everything she probably wanted to be when she was in high school. And it's almost like a weird jealousy that she was like, I'm gonna sabotage my own daughter. It's so fucked up. But when she was even texting her like, oh, you're wearing these leggings, you've got a flat ass in this, I'm just like, how could you say that to your child? And then she spins this line of like, oh, you know, I just wanted her to need me so I could be there to comfort her.
The girl was 15.
She was a child. Like,
she was going to need you for something, honey. Like, she hadn't reached that age yet. I understand if she was like 20, 21, she's off at uni. You don't have that. She lives with you. You take her to school.
You could literally sit at dinner with your child and be like, what's going on today? How was school? Blah, 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 blah. Like, regardless of anything, you're still going to need your mom. I'm 32 years old, yeah? And still, things happen to me. The first person I call is my mom.
100%.
32 years old.
Yes, it would never stop.
I will be 40, I'll be 50, and I'll still need my mum.
Exactly.
Like, come off it, man.
Exactly.
Come off it.
And that's what these mothers need to remember. Like, I feel like there's a lot of mums who are so fixated on, like, the childhood years.
Yeah.
But you don't realise, fam, even in their adult years, yes, it won't be in the way, like, the cute, innocent way.
No, but you still need...
But they will still need you for something. Even if it's babysitting your grandkids, they will still come to you for something. Yeah,
it just changes.
It just, like, what they need you for just changes.
Yeah.
But the need of a parent never goes.
Never.
Ever. So, relax. Like, yes, time goes quick and they will be adults longer than they are kids. But learn to just live in the moment for that child so that when they do grow up, they still feel comfortable to come to you about certain things that are going on in their life. And I think that's just the goal if you still want your child in your life. Because for me, I feel that way with my mom. Like, because she was quite open or allowed me to be quite open, now in my adult years, any little thing, I'm calling her.
I call my mum for
any little thing. It doesn't matter how big or small it is. I could even be calling her because I stubbed my toe.
Yeah, literally.
And she'll be there on the other line like, it's okay, like, just do this, do that.
You just need your mum in a different way.
Yeah, like, and if anything, it's low-key better because we don't necessarily need them, but we want their relationship.
Exactly,
we crave it. We seek it.
Yes.
Whereas, like, when we're children, it kind of is forced upon us.
Yeah, you're just like,
do you know how many times we don't even want to be near our parents, but we know, like, what am I going to do if I leave?
Yeah.
Like, it's by obligation.
Yeah.
But being an adult, they want to be there. So do everything you can as a child so that when they grow up, you still have that relationship. But now this woman, her daughter's going to grow up and her frontal lobe is going to develop and she's going to realise, actually, what my mum did to me was mad.
Yeah, it's mad.
And then once she hits that and she comes to that realisation, your relationship will never be the same.
Yeah,
she's just lucky that like she still kind of has Stockholm syndrome.
Yes.
So you're okay for now.
Yeah.
But she will get older and she will contemplate life and she'll see how much her dad was there compared to her mum, and then it will hit her.
Yeah.
And that is when you are finished. You'll never hear from that girl again.
Yeah, and you're not going to get that. But because I feel like when you start to get a bit older, your relationship with your mum changes in the sense of like, you almost feel like you can relate to her more.
Yes.
And then just the little things like what you go through in life, even with men, and then like you start to have kids, and that's another level.
You see her as a woman.
Yeah, you actually see her as a woman, and you're just like, you actually have gone through these things that I'm going through, and it's such a good opportunity to bond. Mm-hmm. And she's going to get to that point. Yeah, because for now, I definitely said she's got Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, people have been like, what do you think of her what do you think of when she was like, oh yeah, you know, like, it's my mom, like, I don't know if she said forgive, but something along those lines. Because people have been like, oh, how could she, blah, blah, blah. But I was like, I hear it, guys, but it's her mum and she's still young. And at the end of the day, regardless, what her mum did was mad, but it is still her mum. Like, she needs her. She's at that point where she's like, that's my mum, like, I need her. And yeah, she might get older and the Stockholm syndrome is done. Then she's like, actually, what you did to me was mad. But it's her mum, like.
And that's how I even felt about P. Diddy's kids. Because yes, we can say what we want to say about them, but at the end of the day, you have to put yourself in their shoes.
Yeah.
Because if you found out that your own mum did something like this, do you think you could just be like, well, it was nice knowing you.
Mom, see you later.
You can't. You have, when it comes to parents and a child, there's a bond that is extremely difficult to break.
Especially if you've grown up quite close to them as well. Like,
especially if you've grown up in a loving family.
That's a different story. But if you've grown up with them in that kind of loving household, then
and you're going to have some sort of denial.
Yeah.
Regardless of what age, you're going to have some sort of denial about that. And like you said, she's still young. Like, fam, in that documentary, I don't even think they were 20 yet.
No, they were so young.
They're still young, like...
Aren't they still in high school?
Yeah, like...
I feel like this was maybe recent. It can't have been more than like 3 years ago.
No, it wasn't. It was in like the 2020s.
Yeah, the lockdown
around them
kind of time. Yeah, it's 5 years ago.
I just think when it comes to stories like this, especially when there's a child involved, give people grace.
Yeah.
Like, and people love to say like, oh... This is why grown people shouldn't be dating people this age. They're so impressionable. They don't know this. But then when it comes to stories like this, all of a sudden, I don't know how she's talking to her mum.
No, man.
You can't pick and choose. This is just how trauma works throughout. Like, But I definitely do think that down the road in her life, as she gets older, especially as she gets her own kids, if she wants kids, like, she will then see like, I could never do this to my child.
Kid,
and my mum did this to me. I'm telling you, the penny will drop for her. Yeah. It's just, she's too young for it to drop now. Do you get what I mean? She's like, and plus as a girl, you want to talk to your mum about certain things. Like, you can't really go to your dad at that age.
Exactly. Like,
so she's still at that age where like she still very much needs her mum.
Yeah.
But once she gets out of that and gains her own independence, the penny will drop.
Yeah, and you can even see like when the police came to the house and they were just like, like basically we have to tell you that it's your mum that's been doing this, and the mum was crying and then she grabbed her mum's hand. It's just like, that's her mum. Like, they were probably such a close, because it was just the three of them, innit?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So like It's her mum.
But that woman's a psycho.
She's even when she was talking, I was like, "You're tapped. You've got issues."
But that's why privilege in its finest, boy.
At its finest.
Because why are you not still in jail?
If that was someone else, that's not the edit that they would have been getting. They really tried to gaslight.
She wouldn't have been involved in the documentary at all.
At all. That's why when I saw her talking, I was like, there is no way that it's this woman. Because why would she be in the documentary talking?
They did it for the shock factor, but I don't know. I personally just didn't. It wasn't necessary. No, you could have just left her out of it. We would have still been shocked that it was the mum.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? Like, there's ways around it. She didn't have to be in it. Goodness, and I hate the fact that she was kind of given a platform.
Yeah, and then they gave her this whole section to talk about why did you do it? Well, I just, I wanted her to need me and blah, 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 blah. And they're showing her, she's talking, she actually had a chance to explain herself, which is mad.
Anyway, child, this is why this world is a scary
It's a terrifying place. Abusive messages to you. It's just like, what point in life do you get to that you feel like that's a normal thing to do? And the thing is, she doesn't have shame. Because the thing is that she came out of jail, right? And I was thinking, oh, do you know what? In the community, because it's such a small town, isn't it? Where everyone knows everyone. She has to walk around with the shame of like, oh, that's the woman that did this. But she clearly has no shame because she came on big Netflix to tell her story. She has no shame.
She has no shame.
She has no shame.
Well, she thought like maybe people see it from her point of view.
Yeah, and feel sorry for her.
And feel sorry for her.
But it's like, no, you actually are sick.
You're tapped.
You're sick. Okay. Another thing actually that I wanted to talk about, I don't know if you saw, so basically so Ciara has legally added Russell Williams' last name Wilson to her son Future. So Ciara is a singer, and she basically was with the rapper Future. We all know Future, toxic, the most toxic rapper on earth, probably one of the most toxic people walking this earth. Basically, yeah, so him and Ciara were together. They were meant to get married, didn't it?
Yeah, they were engaged.
Yeah, they were engaged, and then they obviously split, but they had a son together whose name is Future. And Ciara has since moved on and gotten married to Russell Wilson, who is a NFL player.
One of the highest paid, mind you.
One of the highest paid NFL players. And she's very, very happy. They have 4 kids together. Yeah, because he keeps asking for synchro. Yeah, they've got 4 kids together. And he's basically adopted Future, her son. Basically, they spend a lot of time together. I don't actually know if Future is involved in Future's life. So anyway, Ciara, I think they had a very messy breakup because Ciara literally won't even talk about him. There's a time when she did an interview and she did like a presenting thing and she had to say Future's name and she went silent. Like she would not even say his name. And the person next to her had to basically be like, Future. But she literally like, I don't want to say that man's name. So she's legally changed Future's last name to Wilson. And of course, it's caused an uproar on social media, mostly from men, as always, chatting shit. But so basically a lot of men were basically like, that's out of order, blah, 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 blah. How could she do that? Whatever. Future, by the way, has not said anything. And Future is an active social media person. He hasn't said nothing. So yeah, Dionté, what do you think of this scenario?
Firstly, if people are in such uproar about it, he should have stepped up as a dad then. That's really my take on it.
That's the only point that can be made.
If anything, like, that whole thing showed me this looks worse on Future than it does anyone else. Mm-hmm. Because how are you, as someone who is still alive, still healthy and capable, how are you allowing another man to father your son? Like, it just doesn't. I'm so sorry. It's such a turn off.
Such a turn off.
It's such a turn off to hear that. And anyone who defends him, I'm gonna assume you're also a deadbeat.
No, honestly, because like, be for real.
At the end of the day, we have to put the child's need first, and this is where a lot of adults go wrong. Mm-hmm. They'll bring kids into the mix, but never put their needs and wants first. They're always putting their own wants first.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. To me, I would say that he's not there in his life, because if he was even remotely, the name change wouldn't happen.
No.
Do you get what I mean? Exactly. Like, it wouldn't. even if he was a part-time dad, he sees them once a month, whatever. If there was something that showed that, okay, he's trying to be a dad, this would not be a conversation.
At all.
So the fact that not only was the name changed, it was changed successfully, it shows, like, to me that he doesn't really want rights of Little Future.
No.
And to be fair, at least he's got his name, his first name.
His name is Future.
His name is Future, so you still have that. If people who are out there don't like the fact that another man stepped up to be this boy's son, you really need to take a look at your mindset and see, like, are you defending Future because you just like him as a celeb, as a rapper? Or are you really assessing the situation and seeing everything for what it is, and you're still coming to the conclusion that, like, yeah, what Ciara and her husband are doing is wrong? I don't see how you can come to that conclusion. If anything, well done to Ciara. She found a man who will step up for all of her kids and treat them all equally. And now, because of Ciara, she's provided her child with a dad who genuinely loves him and a great life.
Exactly.
People need to just stop being selfish when it comes to children and putting their ego before anything else. But yeah, I just personally think that I personally don't see anything wrong with it. But every child needs a mum and a dad, and if her husband wants to step up, he lives with them. Who are we to say no? Like, what do you want him to do? So now if he treats him like shit, then you're going to complain. So which one is it? You have to give a child stability, and he's offering that. You can't knock a man for doing that. And it's even admirable to do that.
Exactly.
So he should actually be being praised.
Yeah, because it's like he's got 3 kids with Ciara, and he's like, I want this child to have my last name.
Yeah.
You know?
And to be fair, people who go out with people with children, that's the mentality I feel like you should have anyway.
Like, this is my child.
Yeah, like you have to understand, like, okay, it may not be your biological child, but especially if you see a long-term thing with their mum, you have to think that, like, okay, I'm going to be some type of role model in this child's life. Like, I need to have a relationship with them.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you don't have to go, and it's not even as far as Russell Wilson did. It's really as far as Future went. Like, because there's going to be kids or women that you meet and they have very active baby dads. So you don't need to go as hard as Russell Wilson does, but you still should have that mentality of, like, you need to have a relationship with these children. So I don't really understand it, if I'm honest with you, why it's even a debate.
I really don't get why it's a debate.
I don't. Like, if you don't like it, step up as a parent.
Exactly.
That's it.
Don't be a deadbeat.
That's the thing. Like, just don't be a deadbeat. Don't be a deadbeat. That's why I'll never understand deadbeats. If you're going to choose not to be a very active person in your own child's life, this is the type of shit that will happen. Life is not going to wait for you to catch up. Do you get what I mean? People move on, they get married, they have their kids and a family of their own. Stuff like this happens. If you really didn't want it, who told you to be a deadbeat?
Exactly.
You're a grown-ass man in this situation.
Exactly.
And Future's not really saying anything about it. So why are people fighting for him?
I don't get why people are fighting for him. It's like, don't be a deadbeat. Like, I just don't understand how there are some men in the world that go about their day every single day knowing that they have a child in the world, and they just live their lives. Knowing they have children in the world that they don't care about. I honestly don't know how they can do it.
I don't get how you can do it.
I've never understood it. And I just think if you know that you don't want to be a father and you want to be slinging your dick everywhere, then either wrap up or get a vasectomy. You know, I read the other day, a vasectomy takes 15 to 20 minutes.
It's such a simple procedure compared to tying your tubes.
Quick procedure. And I was like, why don't men go and do this?
Yeah, because a lot of them are, I'm not doing that. So you can't feel a bit. You can't feel a bit of pain.
After your youth, then.
You can't feel a bit of pain for a few minutes. But then at the same time, women will probably go through the worst pain that any human being will feel with giving birth to these very said children that you don't want.
I just don't get it.
Like, We go through worse. If you really don't want kids like that, fam, if you can be shanked up and be shot and be fucking beaten up, you sustain all of these things. You really think a vasectomy is going to be as painful as that? Come on, man.
I really don't get it.
And with how men's low threshold for pain, I'm sure some of them even put you to sleep. You're definitely getting numb, so you're not even feeling it like that.
I probably read up on it. Because I was like, what is this process of getting a vasectomy?
It's just they're hearing a snip and then it's like, oh, no. But that's the point, love.
Yeah,
we don't want the sperms working. That's the point.
You look after your kid. Like, I just don't get how they go every day. And some men are really actively doing life, living life, and being absolute deadbeats.
Yeah, man.
I don't get it.
It's ridiculous.
Some of them even take on other people's kids, but they've got.
They're ridiculous.
I don't get it.
And the psychological effect of that, or what it is, needs to be studied, because honestly, it doesn't make any type of sense.
Moving around every day, doing day-to-day life. You're in your house sitting down here now. You live alone, you've got your little bachelor pad, you come home, you have your little glass of whiskey, you're watching TV. It's like, do you not ever just think in that moment, right, I've actually got a you know?
It's just bum behaviour.
Seen me in 3 or 4 years. They just haven't seen me. And I'm just here living a whole different life.
Or how about those deadbeat parents or deadbeat dads who live like 2 roads away?
That is what.
Those are the ones where I'm like, I actually don't get it.
Some people will even see like their dads around and just go, oh yeah, I saw my dad today, just in the ends around. But I haven't There's a special place in hell for honestly, I think it is such a disgusting thing to do.
It is.
So I don't even get why Russell Wilson gets the slack that he gets sometimes, because this man actually came into Ciara's life. He accepted her with her child. He raises that boy like that's his own child. Have you ever seen people say they even look alike?
No, don't kill me. Don't kill me. And I love that for them.
Every time Russell posts little Future, everyone's always like, twins.
Yeah, fam. Let them look alike. Let them look alike, because I'm actually sick and tired of like, we need to stop giving the people who do harm to others the benefit of the doubt or credit.
There's no benefit of the doubt.
He chose to be a deadbeat because he wanted to.
Yeah.
Especially as a man who's a millionaire, has a good career, who can afford these children, still doesn't want to. He's a grown-ass man. He doesn't want to do it.
Yeah, and people that are just chatting shit, you're probably all deadbeats yourself, because I personally feel Ciara, like I feel like she's in a point where she's like, I got to do what I got to do. Sometimes when you are the I can't speak.
She's being a parent. She's being a mother.
Yeah, if you're the only parent that is active in your child's life and the father is actively choosing to not be involved in that child's life, as a mother, you have to do what you've got to do.
And to even get there, I'm sure there's been so many times where they've given Big Future a chance time and time again. Because Russell Wilson doesn't strike me as the type to just...
don't see, he
doesn't even strike me as the type like...
No.
He even gives me the feeling of like, I think we should ask Future if it's okay for me to give him my last name and da-da-da-da. And Ciara, I feel like...
decision that was made...
overnight. It wasn't.
I don't think she just woke up and was like, I'm going to do this now. And even, I don't know.
But even Ciara, though, also gives off the type of like, she will allow you, if you want to see him, she will allow it, she will allow it, she will allow it.
He bought him the Rolex, and everyone's like, why the hell would you buy a kid a Rolex?
So that's why I'm saying, like, people need to look at the history instead of going off of your own situation and putting your insecurities and frustrations out on this one. Because at the end of the day, he would be there. Okay, guys. So it is now time for group chat confessions.
Yes.
So I'll get straight into it. This was sent in to us. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. Keep sending them in as well, by the way.
Yes, please do. So this one says, hey, girls, I really need your help. I'm 8 months pregnant with my first baby and it's a girl. Congratulations. From when I was a little girl, I've always wanted to name my daughter Sky, in brackets, not real name. However, my best friend had her baby girl last year and named her Sky. Again, not real name. We had a huge argument about this last year because she's always known that I wanted to name my baby girl Sky from when we were in uni. During uni time, she even commented that it was a pretty name, but it was too common. So you can imagine how surprised I was when she named her daughter that. She told me last year that it wasn't planned, but she grew to love the name during her pregnancy. I forgave her at the time, but now it's time to name my baby girl, and I don't know what to do. Should I still name her Sky or think of a different name?
Do you know what? That's actually a real thing, you know.
It's a very real
thing, like names. And the thing
Very
is, as
real.
girls, like, we talk about this from when we are young.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we this is so funny because this was actually an episode of Sex and the City. So one of the characters basically told another character that this is what I want to name my baby, and they go to the baby shower and she took the name and she was like, you took my baby name? But it is actually a big deal. That is taking the piss.
Even on Real Housewives of Atlanta, Kim did that to Candy.
What? I didn't know that.
Yeah, in the earlier seasons, I think when she first met Todd, and her and Kim were really close. I don't know why I remember this, but she said that when she wants to have a boy, and she wants to name the boy Cash with a K, because she always pays everything in cash. And I don't know why I remember this, but that whole season she kept saying it. She told Kim. Next season, Kim was pregnant. She named her son Cash with a K.
Piss. I'm sorry.
So then what's it called? So then Candy was like, fam, like, you knew that was my name. And then she was basically like, oh, she tried to basically lie, saying like, I've always liked the name as well. And like, she tried to come with receipts and all of that. She was like, regardless, you never expressed to me that you liked the name. But yeah, sorry. Continue on with what you think of the situation. What should she do?
Yeah, that's taking the piss. That's actually enough to lock someone off, that you took my baby name. In terms of doing the name, there's a part of me that's like, you should do it because that's the name that you've always wanted. And if that's the name that you want to name your child, then do it. Unfortunately, you just have to take the L that she's going to have a name mate. But yeah, I think if that's what you want to name your daughter, then I think you should name your daughter Sky or whatever the name is, because that's what you've always wanted to name your daughter. But that's taking the piss, man.
Mate. For me, I feel like you should name your daughter Sky if you don't plan on being friends with this woman anymore. I personally, I don't even know how you forgave her and continued the friendship once finding that out.
Grounds to look someone up.
Yeah, like, I would never speak to you again.
Yeah, I'd let your boy in it.
Especially since uni. Come on, man. Like...
Yeah, and then you're like, oh yeah, you know, like... And the fact that she said she didn't really like the name like that, and then all of a sudden that's the name.
Yeah, she said she liked the name, but it was just too common.
Oh,
but like,
yeah. But still,
why couldn't you have just said you liked the name?
No, that's...
Do you get what I mean? And it's giving sneaky.
Yeah.
And this is why as well, stop telling people things.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
learn to keep your mouth shut. I understand that it was probably like your closest friend, but she's now shown you that she can't be trusted.
Yeah.
So I personally wouldn't even continue the friendship, because people may not think it's that deep, but this is how stuff like starts like this. Do you get what I mean? It always starts off small and then goes into bigger and bigger things. So it's best to just cut your losses from now.
Yeah.
If I was you, if you're going to continue to stay friends with her, I personally wouldn't, because a name is such a permanent thing.
Yeah.
And like, if you're going to be in each other's lives, they will constantly be comparing your Sky to your friend's Sky. And then that could also cause some type of trauma within your Sky, because she's in another person's shadow. And like, I don't even care about public perception. It's just more of like, the mental well-being of your child could be in jeopardy if you still call her that. Like, and that's what we have to think of here. Like, are you okay with that? Like, your child will be living under another child's shadow. And because they're going to be close in age, a year apart, like, if you're okay with all of that, then yes, do it. But if you're not, I would personally think of a new name. Or like, maybe give her like Sky as a middle name.
Oh yeah, that's a good
But like,
actually, as well.
I wouldn't name, or like remix it in a type of way, like Skylar or something like that. But
yeah, that would be nice.
So that it's not the exact same name,
but it's a bit,
but it's still inspired by the original name that you like.
Yeah.
So I'll probably, try and remix it if you can. If you can't, and you're going to stay friends with her, I personally wouldn't call her Sky. But if you're going to cut her off, there's no one to compare to. So you can do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's
God, that is mad.
That's crazy though. People are bad mind.
People are bad mind, man. Some of my friends have told me names that they want for their kids, and I know for a fact I could never.
I haven't told a single soul what I want to call any of my children.
Do you know what? I actually don't know what I want to call my children anymore. I used to have such strong this is what I'm gonna name, but genuinely right now today I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, there's one name for me that's like I already know. If I have this gender, I already know. Yeah, like everyone is different.
One name that I know I'll name my child, but it's only if I have a child of Nigerian. It's a Nigerian name.
You have you're very hard-headed on this name. Don't tell anyone anything. Yeah. Or if you've already told people, just don't bring it up again.
Yeah, because
people forget about it. People are bad mind. They will legit take it, you know. And some people in your life, just to hear what you've got going on.
Exactly. Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
Like, take it.
And we'll just take it. No.
Right, guys. So we are now coming towards the end of the episode. So you guys know what that means. It is now time for the wind down. So the wind down, if you are new here, is basically the part of the show where me and Dionté ask each other a question. So this week it's my turn. And my question is this week, what are 3 things that are guaranteed, when it comes to you? So if, people are talking about, they'll be one thing about Dionté, bam.
Okay.
So what are, 3 things?
Okay.
Do you want to go, one? Yeah, let's do one. Okay, cool. Yeah. Okay,
my first one, I put one thing people say about me is I'm going to be loud. I'm going to be loud. Even when I try to be quiet, I'm going to be loud. Yeah, I've come to terms with it. It is what it is.
Yes, that is, can't lie, that one is true.
Yeah, I think that's one of the very first things that people will probably say. Oh my God.
No, that is so funny.
Yeah. How about you?
Okay, so my one thing about Rashida, I'm going to miss your phone call. And this is the thing. I keep telling people, don't phone me because I'm not going to pick up the phone. One thing about me, I'm not going to pick up the phone. I'm not always it's so weird because people are always you're always on your phone, but my phone's on silent. And a lot of the time, I just put my phone down for 2 seconds and someone will call me and I don't answer it. I'll even miss the call and I'll see now. Literally the person just called you and then I'll call back. But guaranteed, don't put me as your emergency contact. I tell people so because some people are I'm not going to put you as your emergency contact because you never answer phone. Don't put me then. Don't put me as your emergency contact because I will miss that phone call. Don't call me when you're in a stressful situation and you need someone to get that. You need me right then that second because I can tell you that I'm not going to answer the phone. Guaranteed.
My second one thing about me, it's a horrible trait, but I'm going to be late.
Oh yeah.
One thing about me, and the thing is to be honest, I actually feel like I have, well, to be fair, I'm dyspraxic. I feel like it's because of that. Because there'll be moments where I'll actually be on time. I finish getting ready and I'll sit on my bed and I'll just daydream. And then I'll look at the time and I'm like, 30 minutes has gone by and I'm still an hour away. Shit like that happens to me all the time. I'll get in a daze, or I'm the type of person after a shower, I'll be in a daze for time.
Oh, you sit down.
I will sit down on my bed and be on my phone and my brain will kind of disengage.
Yeah.
And then I'll see something on my phone that will trigger me you're supposed to get ready, start your makeup, or da-da-da. I always seem to get distracted.
Yeah.
Or sometimes I will leave the house on time knowing I'm going to get there on time, watch. And then something will happen on the road. There'll be traffic or there'll be an accident that I witnessed and I have to wait. Or there'll always be something.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the thing. One thing about me, I'm going to be late.
Okay, so my next one is actually kind of similar to yours. But my one is, one thing about me, I'm going to take long to get ready. But the thing is, I don't know what it is. And I will so let's say, for example, I need to leave my house at 2. And the thing is, I will leave my house at 2. But I now know that I have to start getting ready at 11 or even 10 because it would just take me so long. But I don't know where in the process it ends up taking on. I couldn't tell you. Because I will be on time getting ready. Then it will get to 1 and all of a sudden I'm rushing. I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to do this, I need to do that.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is that takes me so long. But one thing about me, I know that's stereotypical for women because men are always like, you like take so long to get ready. But genuinely, if I'm going somewhere, I take long to get ready.
Yeah, man. And listen, we are girls.
And I'm a girl.
You want us to look good for you, no?
But I'm going to look good when I'm done.
This is what I'm saying.
I just take my time in it.
Oh my God. That's actually, it leads into my final one. One thing about me, I'm going to look decent every time I step out my house.
That is a good one.
I'm not that type of person. Unless the only time would I'll look like a bum is if I'm going to a member of my family's house.
Yeah.
And it's I really don't have to do anything. I'll come out however.
Yeah.
But outside of that, I have to look somewhat decent. Even if it's an earring or I've turned it to my mum now, even if it's a little lip gloss or even if I don't have my wig on or whatever, I'll find a nice turban or something to look somewhat. Yeah.
You always have a turban or you'll have something.
Yeah, a headscarf or something.
Yeah.
Obviously, it may not look
glamorous,
but I don't like to leave my house wake up from the bed and get out.
Look at least.
Yeah, I have to, there has to be something.
Yeah.
Whether it's my lips or my ears or my hair or whatever it is, there always has to be something. So yeah, I'm going to look decent every time when I step out my yard.
Yeah. My last one is one thing about me, I'm going to laugh. Everyone always says Rashida loves to go. I just love to laugh.
Yeah.
I will laugh at everything. I'm gonna go out and I'll just be laughing.
Yeah, for real.
But I've been like that since I was a child. I think all I ever did was laugh. I was such a nuisance when I was a kid.
I'm surprised I forgot that. I'm a laugh.
One thing about me, I'm gonna laugh.
Yeah, for real.
I will laugh
at
anything and everything. When we are out, especially when we're out all together, I'm just gonna be laughing.
Yeah.
At anything someone says, I could look at the shape of something and laugh because it just makes me laugh because
I'm like that. I laugh at sounds.
So yeah, the sound.
A glass shattering is one of the funniest sounds to me. That sound is one of the funniest sounds I've ever heard. I don't know why, but yeah. But I don't know. I love being a laugher.
I love laughing.
Even when I'm sad, I laugh.
Same.
It's just so much better. It gives you such relief.
I love laughing. Sometimes I laugh so much to put that the back of my neck hurts because I've laughed so much. I just love laughing.
Yeah, man. I hear that.
I'm even joking.
But guys, we have come to the end of episode 37. Thank you so much for sticking with us through to the end. Obviously, as usual, make sure you check the description below on both Spotify and YouTube for the podcast social media pages as well as our individuals. If you have any dilemmas or even any group chat confessions, please contact us either on our social media pages or you can email us wineafter9podcast with the letters 9@gmail.com. But Rashida, on that note,
cheers to episode 37.
Yes.
See you in the next one, guys.
See you in the next one.
Gold.